Welcome everyone. This video is going to be a bit different than anything I've made thus far. It's not going to be as polished as my other videos were up to this point, and I'm not 100% sure this video will even make sense to everyone. There are a lot of different things I could call this phenomenon, but I went with Enrage, Defuse, Reflect for now. As the video title suggests, Enrage, Defuse, Reflect can override the feelings of upset many players get when they lose fights. Those feelings of upset can make you perform worse in PvP, so being able to reduce how often you experience them is really useful. Now, Enrage, Defuse, Reflect can actually do a lot more than just alleviating saltiness. It has much further reaching implications and applications. If I had to guess, this iceberg probably goes deeper for some people than others though. Now to explain what Enrage, Defuse, Reflect is. The reflect out of those three words means embracing and assimilating information you obtained from an enemy or friend you are fighting with your own, to improve upon it and make yourself stronger. You have started personally reflecting and spreading an improved version of something you picked up from an adversary of some kind. At first glance, how I described the reflect part may just sound like normal learning and adaptation to some people. To an extent, it is. There is something about the cultural tone this idea sets that does feel more extensive than that, though. The enrage and diffusion parts are when your perception of a combination of emotions you are experiencing changes from raw and negative to pleasant. Or when your perception of a traditionally negative situation is counterintuitive and it's not negative for you. You kind of turn everything on its head. One example of this is when you experience a pleasant version of anger and theatrical bloodlust in PvP that helps fuel you to fight better. A second example is actively enjoying your opponent's strength instead of feeling raw and upset from a loss. A third example is when a memory of a frustrating event, thing, or person starts to decay, and you start having warped positive associations with it. Enrage, Diffuse, Reflect can happen naturally from the passage of time, specific situations, and it's also possible to induce it deliberately. This is also connected to using emotions to fuel your actions, something I briefly touched on in an earlier video. For using emotion to fuel your actions in PvP, the best I can figure out is you want it to be a mixture of emotions and not too strong. If they get too concentrated, and you don't have good self-discipline, you will probably end up distracted and your focus and reaction time will be poor. If you find you aren't at the point where you can use certain emotions, you can push them aside and just concentrate on what you are doing. That is all for now, guys. Hopefully y'all are able to understand and use Enrage, Diffuse, Reflect to your benefit.